Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Craig is here, Shaka is up. Don, it's the first time I've been on with you for a long time.
Yeah.
Did I see a post that you almost burnt your house down?
What? That's
That you were trying something because you had a cold, so you put some Vicks in like a bowl and lit it on fire?
That is true. That
Yes,
is true. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I put Vicks in a candle. And I set the candle in the bathroom because I thought it would make the bathroom nice and minty, and the whole thing went up. The whole thing.
Beautiful.
Do not do that. Do not do that at home.
There you are.
Well, I would imagine the majority of people would do that.
Wow.
I'm being honest.
I thought it would be a good idea.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think that's more about you than other people, Don. Don, how did you handle games when you knew their team was completely outclassed across all positions?
Do you know, Dan, I had this conversation, funny enough, with someone the other day, and not once have I ever stood in a tunnel and thought, we've got no chance today, apart from once when we played against the Arsenal, when Tony Adams scored the volley. They beat us 4 or 5, and I was in the tunnel, and Vieira was there, Petit was there, Bergkamp was there, I'm not sure if Ronaldo or Righty was there, and you just thought, my days, like, this is something special. And you look across the team and you're in the tunnel and they're all about 6'3", and you go, we've got no chance today. More the fact that I think I was so upset with Howard Kendall because he played a back 4 and 1 holding midfield player, and there were 5 defenders. 5 centre-halves he played across the back 4. Slaven Milic is a holding midfield player. He scored an own goal after 5 minutes. 1-0 down, game over, lost 4 or 5.
Oh. What's it like?
What?
Like when you
I was trying to work out the question because I thought it was a grammatical mistake, but it's not. How did they?
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay.
What?
Like when you were playing for Derby, obviously, you must have come up against some of those big Premier League.
Derby, we were. Do you want? Shall I say it?
You tell me whatever you like.
No, I won't use the word.
Okay. But you look at it, and there must have been times where you were outclassed all over the pitch. Like, how do you address those games as a player?
Never thought we'd never get anything out of a game. There was plenty of games we didn't. And it's hard because you go from the Chelsea scenario, which was, cup finals and decent and getting better, to Celtic. It was extremely competitive every week. To that, when you're scrapping and fighting every week, it's horrible. What do? This is the whole premise of it. You got to roll your sleeves up, buckle and knuckle down and fight and keep your shape and all the sort of cliches, and try and nick a point here and there. I remember going to Arsenal at Highbury with Derby, and we either nicked a point or 3 points. I can't remember which one it was, but I don't think we ever budged from the edge of our own box.
Right. How aware are you of the clock in those sort of situations?
Very.
I imagine you must be, yeah? It must be like when you're at the gym, you think, I've done at least 15 minutes. You look at it and it's 3 minutes.
The ref must have been like, for God's sake, don't ask me again. Don't ask me again how long's left. Yeah. But that's,
just hanging
at the end of the day, and that's why when you hear managers and players talk about at the bottom of any league, whether it be Championship or League One or Serie A, whatever it is, Bundesliga, if you don't fight, you're gone.
Sure.
Because you're there for a reason. It's because your team, your squad, hasn't got the quality of the others. So if you don't have the fight, then you're completely screwed. And it isn't a nice scenario, but it's a scenario that you've walked into, whether you had your choice or not. And you've got to deal with it. But
is it different for a goalkeeper, Shan?
Well, for a goalkeeper, you know how important the first goal is. And you feel that while it's 0-0, you have a chance.
Right.
If the opponent takes the lead,
then you just switch off. Then you're thinking, what am I going to do tonight?
You're in for a long evening. You're playing an Arsenal with as Don was describing, Thierry Henry and them. You go 1, and all of a sudden you have to try to attack and look for a goal. It's going to be 4 or 5. So it's all about that first goal. But just when you asked about the clock, I always remember talking to my brother after he played Sweden in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And, wow.
This was a 0-0 draw in which group? Which game?
First game.
First game of the World Cup
game
against
of the World
Sweden,
Cup. And the expectation in that, we were just going to get blown out of the water by everybody.
Yeah.
But my brother always talks about, he's in the stands, and he is exhausted, right? He's thinking, you know, he's hanging on the edge of every single thing.
Sure.
And he turns to his mate and says, I think we could hold on for a draw here. How much time has gone? 13 minutes.
That's brilliant. That's why Craig puts the towel over the clock. That's why the towel is there. Don't be reminded of the time. Don, percentage chance that United can snatch top 4 given Spurs and Villa have to play the top 3 in the home run? On the run home.
Not on what? I've got no confidence they can win another game, man. They're so bad. Percentage chance... 15.
Well, there we go. I think that's probably generous. Shaka, both City's and Liverpool's backup. Oh, wait, I'm just being told, Don, you can't see Manchester United winning another game for this season, but you have predicted them to beat Chelsea tomorrow.
Correct. 20%.
Somebody light some Vicks. Yeah. Somebody give me a Vicks candle, please.
So what I did was, I wanted to light the bathroom up. So I got this
Just talking out loud. I was just talking out loud.
So I had a bit of a cold, bit of a sniffles. So I got this big canister of gasoline and I got some explosives. And I thought, oh, this might work.
Don't forget the mint.
But don't forget the Vicks. Shaka, both City and Liverpool's backup goalkeepers look really good to stay as backup for another season. Should they try to move if they aren't assured or more playing time next season? Ortega was good today when he called upon. He made a good saves.
Both. Yeah, absolutely. If I'm Ortega, I'm thinking because every time I've seen him, every time he comes in for whether it's a game or two over an extended spell, I think he's always done. So he's really done well. So as citizen, so I would give them. I would certainly be looking for a first team opportunity.
You would move, even though it's taken you down, obviously, with regards to chances to win.
Yeah, and listen, I think it's great playing in teams like that and the achievements that you do, but you want to feel a part.
What's it like being a backup goalkeeper?
It's a different mindset altogether. And saying that, not every good backup makes a good first choice goalkeeper. It's just a different mindset in that you're going to be playing 3 or 4 games. You've got to be solid. I think as a backup, whereas if you're Edison, you expect Edison to be passing the ball out to the back and doing certain things. If you're a backup, you don't need to be taking some of those chances.
Right.
Just if there's any doubt, if there's any doubt.
Well, why not? Because who cares? You're not going to play anyway.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean? It's a bit like this show. If you got to be ready to come on, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
ready to go and talk.
Ready to go when you get the call. On you come. FC tonight.
Don, obviously, when people see your name on Extra Time, they want to ask you percentage questions. Another one here. Assign the percentage blame for Chelsea's poor season. Ownership, Poch, the players. So 3 ways.
All of the above.
How would you divide percentages?
I would probably split it 3 ways just to keep it simple. Players are terrible.
So what percentages are those, Don?
What's that, 33 and a third?
Yeah!
Players are terrible.
No,
that's a cop out.
Let's not get down to decimal points here.
No decimal points allowed.
Poch will not last. The Chelsea fans can't see past the Tottenham connection. Gary O'Neill's doing a great job. Poch is doing nothing. I wonder what he's coaching into the players because they look bad, they look terrible every single week. The owners are a shambles, putting them players on 8-year deals because where's their appetite every single game knowing they've got 8-year contracts? Must be a terrible environment.
I think the ownership has to take a...
Oh.
Sorry.
I was expecting...
33 and a 3 is a cop-out.
Did you not get the memo?
33 and a 3 is a cop-out. Ownership has to be...
So that's 34?
Ownership has to be 51% because it's more than half.
Oh, OK. Oh, it's like Shark Tank.
Yep. Oh. So you go 51% ownership.
Yep.
I'm going to go 24%.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, me.
20%.
Yes.
Poch.
Yes.
29%.
No, this is a bigger deal than it seems. I'm telling you.
What does?
This decimal point. And I'll tell you why. Because when you're writing your will, right? I'm being serious now.
OK.
You're dishing it up 3 ways.
Yes.
Your fortune.
Yes, my fortune, yeah.
You're giving it 3 ways. 33 and a third doesn't wash.
Why not?
Some.
Why doesn't it wash?
Doesn't. There's decimal points.
You're not allowed decimal points in a will?
No.
Why not? This feels like...
How does he know?
Feels like you just made that
I
up.
don't know, he's come out of here. He's come out.
He must have done his will last week.
No, 33.3.
Of course you can do decimal points. You can do what you want.
33.3333. How many threes do you have to go with?
It doesn't matter. You have
It
a
does.
third, don't you?
No, it's not split that way.
No.
Right, get it right.
If I'm divvying up my
If I've
million...
got 3 houses next door to each other, I give each one of my kids one of them houses.
Wow, Shaq.
3.
You've got
haven't
5
got
kids,
three.
though. What about the other 2? Why don't you like them?
Because they have to pay rent.
Where are we?
Not that we're at that
Right.
time.
Oh, right, here we go. Story time.
Not that I'm thinking. I mean, hopefully not. I've got a big show tomorrow to do. You know, I'm thinking about wills
have
and
you
all
done
that.
your will?
But,
Right.
well, you know.
It changes every day.
But,
Imagine Burley's will.
As well.
yeah, I've done my will, but you are right. Right, okay.
Okay.
You're off.
Right, Burley. The Old Firm derby coming up this weekend.
Wow. The word derby is not on it. Should
Okay.
not be on it. It's the Old Firm.
All right, there we are. I did not, never knew that.
I did not
See,
know.
I didn't know.
I thought
There you
it was
go.
Derby.
Come in tomorrow, you'll learn some more.
Wow, I can still be off.
Or stay at home, do your will.
With the Old Firm coming up this weekend,
Yep.
can Craig tell us what it's like to play in it? Every tackle seems to have a little extra bit behind it.
Yeah. I mean,
How many did you play in? 4?
new. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know.
4.2. 4.2. Okay, well, let's not dwell on that. Let's dwell on the question.
No, not 4.
Okay.
At least 5 or 6.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
We go with that.
Glad I
It's
asked.
4 in the first year.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Go with that.
What was it like?
Well, I think I don't know what it's like now because the players have changed, but I don't think it's. How can I put it? It's bordering on. It's. Oh, I've got to find the right terminology here.
Finish quick, he said today, Shaq. Let's get this done.
It's taking bitterness to another level,
Right.
and I don't mean from the players.
Okay.
Although that has happened now and again.
Yes.
But when I was at Celtic, the Rangers players, I'd have kicked lumps out of them all day, but I would have had a beer with them. And I knew a lot of them. But I had respect for them. But from a supporter's point of view,
Yeah.
the hatred is, for me, too much.
Right.
It's just too much. And it's sectarian on both sides, religious. And it's actually, this sort of discussion has reared its head again in Scotland because of a sort of hate bill that's been written into the law, which I don't know much about, but it's to do with, a lot of it's to do with the chanting at these grounds. And you sometimes thinking, you go, my God, and Steve Clark, the current Scotland manager, touched on this when he was managing at Kilmarnock. He said, what are we doing in the west of Scotland? Are we living in the dark ages? And it's kind of still like that in a sense that we can't get away from. Some people went to that school because it was a Catholic school, and some people went to that school because it was a Protestant, and it's a divide, and it's religious, and it's a game of football. And that side of it boils over.
Right.
But the atmosphere at the games was amazing.
Could you enjoy it?
You can only enjoy, and I suppose this is, I don't know what the boys will say about other derbies I've played in. For me, you could only enjoy it when you won, because the pressure was so great. Particularly living in a goldfish bowl like Glasgow, where it's all about Rangers and Celtic. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about these people going to work on a Monday morning and not being embarrassed. And the pressure to succeed at those two clubs. And I've always said this. There's been a lot of players have gone to Scotland, particularly years ago. Way better players than me and some of the other guys that have gone, and they've gone up there with their chest puffed out, thinking it's going to be a piece of cake, and they've failed. And they failed not because they were bad players. They failed because they couldn't handle the people just constantly getting on them. If you can't handle that, you're absolutely done. But it's one of those games, if you lose, you don't swan about Glasgow,
Right.
having a few beers going, it was only a game.
Yeah.
No. You lose, you keep your head down until you grind and get the next result.
Don, another percentage question for you. Is it actually possible for a player to give 110%?
No, absolute rubbish.
There we go. That's good. I like that.
You can't give 110% and you will.
No, you can't, Craig. That
you can't.
is a very fair point.
I
That is a true, yes. Final question, Dan. If you're Southgate, would you build the team around Foden or Bellingham? Both. We're going to win it, Don. We're going to win the Euros. Isn't it exciting?
Yeah,
Oh,
good
not Don,
luck with
he's
that.
Scottish.
Scottish.
I know, but I'm talking about me.
Yeah, why are you so excited with
It's not the royal, it's me. We,
You ain't
England,
winning
are
it.
going to win it.
You
We
ain't
are.
winning it.
We're going to
You
do
ain't
it.
winning
It's
it.
going
Yeah,
to be
no.
brilliant.
You know it's going to be brilliant this summer.
No.
I know it's gonna be
don't-
great.
Don't need your toxic.
No, we're going to see a lot of great football. And it's going to be so enjoyable to see the pain.
Why?
Your face.
Why would you want to see a friend and a colleague suffer like that?
Stop.
Someone you've written into your will, and out of your will, and into your will. He's going to give
by the
me
way-
0.2% of something.
Hey, you're not even the third. That's an idea. Third.
Yeah, there you are.
To see when it's glorious failure again.
No.
They've already arranged it. The police, Buckingham Palace,
Yeah.
the bus trip, the
Yes.
route for the bus, the open top bus. It's all done.
We have to get
months
these
in
logistics
advance.
right. Have to
And
get it
then
right.
Bosh, down they go, straight on their face.
No, we're going to do it this time. It's exciting.
If England win,
people
will you
will
go
go-
for the open top bus
Sorry?
tour? If England do win it, will you go over to England to celebrate?
No, I want to stay here and enjoy laughing at
just
Stevie.
rub it in everybody's
And-
mouth,
Oh,
yeah.
Stevie would be the one who will hate it the most.
He'll go over there.
Say again?
You'll go over there.
I won't go
All
over-
those drunks.
I don't go over there. I wouldn't want to leave you.
You go over there, I'll write you out my will. Take that, a third
That bird is gone.
of nothing.
That is it. Thank you very much, Don.
Oh, I'm back all
Love
day
it.
tomorrow.
Well done, boys.
Thank you very much. What are you doing? You all right?
Amazing.
What's that?
Well played. You're in my will. 55
yeah, that's
minutes.
it. Yeah, there we
Job
go.
done.
Shaka, and they'll be